This video is for the Nintendo Collector, the newest version, version 1.5. And I'm going to go over, for those of you who are already familiar with this program, I'm just going to go over the new things that I've added. And for those of you who are new, I'll go over the features and how to use them afterwards. So when you first start up the program, you'll notice that it says Nintendo Collector Consoles. And that's because I've now added a new section called the Nintendo Collector for Handhelds. And to get to there, you're just going to click this button here, and that'll take you to the new handheld section. And from here we can create lists for the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advanced, the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo 3DS, the Virtual Boy, and the Game & Watch. Now I do realize that the Virtual Boy isn't really a handheld, but it's really not a console either. It's kind of a maybe a cross between the two. It's sort of this weird entity, but it was just easier for me to put it in this section rather than have to change around things in the console area. So this is where that's going to reside. Let's see, we also added a new checkbox for sealed games, and that of course is in all of the sections here. Let's see, over here we added a new song. We added a couple new images. In the Wii U section, I added more games to the list because the last time this program was updated was a while ago, so some new games have came out, so I've added some of those. There was a weird bug with the restore backup button. It would disappear briefly after you clicked on it. So that bug has been squashed. And just some other various things, like the program will start up quicker now, and just cleaned up the code a little bit. Now, on to anybody who is new to the program. Let's get to the important stuff on how to actually use it. So when you first start it up, you'll be brought to this screen here, and from here you can get to the handheld collector, and you can switch between the two. Let me go over this is just a fun little section that I added. I think it's neat just to listen to some of the old songs once in a while, so I added a few to the console collector and the handheld collector. So I'll just skim through these real quick so you can listen to those real fast. Let me turn it down a little bit so I don't blow you out. That's it for the console area. Let's check out the handheld. Let's see what we got here. And that's it for the handheld area. Just, you know, a few tunes, listen to. Alright, so now let's get to the real purpose of the program, which is to create a game list for your systems, your Nintendo systems. So let's say you have a game for your Game Boy, and you want to add it to your collection list. Over here where it says select your game, you're going to go to the drop down menu here, and you can scroll through this list and find your game. Or if you want, you can leave that little dot there with a space and type in the first few letters of a game, or just one letter, whatever you want, and scroll down, and it'll find the first game that starts with the letters or a letter that you typed in. So you find your game that you want to add, and then you would come over to here to the optional information area, and you can leave this area blank if you want, or you can type something in like a condition of the game, maybe a value or anything else. And next we would go down to where we have all these checkboxes and select whether you have cart only, cart manual, cart in box, complete, or sealed. And you don't have to check any of these if you don't want to. You can leave them unchecked, but I'll check one here. And then you're going to click the Add to Collection button. And there it is. You'll see that it added the game to my list. If a game is missing from the list of preset games, you can add a game manually by, let's say a game's already selected, you would just delete the text that's there, and you're going to want to leave the little dot with a space, and then you can start typing the name of the game, the company, the release date, add it to your collection. Or you can use I have a custom preset here, you can use that. And add it to your collection. So you can see it's added all those. Next is the custom edit, where you can add, remove, and customize your list. So let's say you want to remove a game that you added. You would highlight it, click backspace, and you want to click backspace again because you don't want to leave a blank space. Otherwise, it'll count a blank line as a game. So you definitely want to get rid of that. So after you've removed it, you want to use this button here to save your changes. And now the game is gone. If you want to add a game from here rather than doing it from up here, you can do it directly in the in your list box here, and you want to make the little dot by hitting Alt and 7. I'll make the little dot, space, and you can start typing the game and all that, and you can type in cart only, and that, once you save your changes, that should show up red. Yep, there it is. Let's see, you can edit games that are already in here. So for example, Castlevania, I had a little note here that says I have one of those little plastic cases for it, so you can delete that, save your changes. You can change anything, any part of this that you want. So let's say you want to add extra information to the game. One thing you don't want to do is start on a new line. So if we started on a new line here and added our new information and we saved it like that, it's going to take that information and it's going to move it down to somewhere where you don't want it, because this list automatically alphabeticalizes itself. So if you want to add information to a game that's already in your list, and you want to start on the line that game is on. So for example, let's take Darkwing Duck here, and let's add some information. So as long as I started on the line that game is on, I can go on forever. And if it goes down to a new line, that's fine. It'll stay with the game, just as long as you started on the same line that the game was on. So now that we have all this new information added to the game, we'll save our changes, and all this red text will change to a normal color. That just helps when you start at the end of the line where you have the colored code here. It helps to keep track of where you are. So let's save our changes. There we have it. All that information stayed with the game. Next is the systems and accessories area. And in this area you can add, if let's say you have multiple Game Boy systems, or you have accessories for it, like a case or one of those magnifying things that make the screen larger, you can add all that here. And in this list, it doesn't alphabeticalize, so you can type anything, anywhere. You can skip lines and do whatever you want, and you keep going on forever, do stuff. And when you save your changes, it's going to be stay exactly how you typed it. There we have it. So all that stayed the way we have it. Let's see what's next. So now that I've screwed up my list here pretty good, and screwed up my systems and accessories area, let's go over the create backup and restore backup feature. So to create a backup, you're simply gonna, once you finish your list and you have everything exactly the way you want it, you can create a backup by clicking this button. It'll come up with a alert message asking you, are you sure you want to create a backup? And you'd select OK if you want to, or cancel if you don't. I'm gonna select cancel because I already have a backup created. And now let's restore my backup. Click that button there and it'll bring up an alert that says, hey, you're about to delete your list and replace it with your backup. Nintendo Collector will now restore your backups. And what this is going to do, it's going to restore my backups for my game list and my system's accessories. So I'm going to click OK here. Your Game Boy collection has been restored. Yay! Click OK, and there it is. It's back to the way it was, and that's back to the way it was. So just go over this real quick. When you create a backup, it does create a backup for everything, your games and your systems and accessories. Let's see what's next. We have a print button here, so if you want to print out your list, you click there, brings up a little print dialog, and you can print, cancel, save to phone or PC, click on that, brings up another dialog that allows you to save a text file of your list onto your computer, or if you have your phone connected to your computer, you can browse to that save the text file on your phone. Another way you could get the text file to your phone is simply save it on your computer, and you could email it to yourself. This, of course, down here keeps track of how many games that you have in your list. And then we have the little fun facts area, and that's just a little fun thing I put in here just for fun. So it just tells you basically how old a system is in days, hours, minutes, seconds. Gives you the release date. There's also one or two other facts about the system. So I think that's it. All of these sections here, Game Boy Color, Advance, DS, 3DS, all of them, they all function the same. Same with the console area. All of these function exactly the same, so I don't need to go over those. The only other thing is the About and Help area. So over here where it says About, that just tells you a little bit about the program. You got some contact information in here, some other stuff. Update Notifier, this will tell you if a new update is available or not. If there is, this text here will turn red and it'll say something like, update available, download now. And you can click on that button and it'll take you to a forum post where you can download the latest release. We got a little video section here. This just has the how-to guide that you're watching now. And finally, we have the donate section. If you like the program, you think it's useful, you can click on the little PayPal image here and donate. So I think that's it. I think that covers pretty much anything. If you have any questions or comments, you can shoot me an email, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can post a comment below, or if you want, you can post over in the forum. You can get to the forum by either going to the Nintendo Collector homepage, or in the About and Help area, you can just click on that link there, and that'll take you to the forum. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the program. I hope you find it useful. Thanks for watching.